Hello viewers, welcome to a thought-provoking episode of Gist with Top Accolade. I am Jonathan Poe, and today we confront a matter that has raised eyebrows and sparked intense debate across the nations. So it is no secret that members of the Nigerian House of Representatives have recently received car gift worth a staggering 160 million naira. And this has ignited a passionate discourse on the appropriateness of such expenditures. Now the questions are many. Are these car gifts a well-deserved perk or just an extravagance? Or do they symbolize a misallocation of public funds, especially in a time of economic challenges? Just sit back, because joining us today to discuss this matter is a delectable public servant, Mr. Dimabo Sebrekon. You are welcome to the show today. And maybe I said that well, Mr. Dimabo Sebrekon. So thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, you're welcome to the show. We aim to navigate this issue objectively, and your view matters. So join us on this conversation using the comment section. So sit back just as we dive into this important discourse. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. So thanks for staying with us. Welcome back, because it is an amazing segment already where we want to dive into the main event of today. So we are looking at the 160 million car gift to lawmakers in Nigeria. That's why we are here. So I just want to directly dive into it immediately. So if from your own perspective, sir, have lawmakers performed enough to receive such a gift? Have they performed enough?
Well, my take on it is very simple. First of all, every government have a blueprint of what they want to do. And we've asked ourselves a very simple question. What is the job of the lawmakers? Okay. Their work is basically to legislate. So if peradventure they have gotten, let me call it a gift. A car gift. The question is that, what is the immediate need of Nigerians? The immediate need of Nigerians. Without condemning whatever gift that has been given to the lawmakers, I want to say that people, authorities in government should be more sensitive. More humane when doing things. Let it not look as if we don't care. Because there is serious hunger in the land. There is untold hardship. Bringing it to Rivers State, we want more employment. We like what the governor is doing, of course, giving room to employment. But we want more of that. We want more of employment and empowerment. So you quickly giving out gift to legislature, well, it's your own discretion, it's your own system, but it's not just enough.
It's not just enough.
Yes, it's not just enough. So what are the concrete arrangements to alleviate poverty amongst the youths, teeming youth? These are very, when you do some things, it looks as if the youth are neglected. And so the lawmakers even know more than what I'm saying. They know this because they could feel the pulse of the Nigerian youths. So if you start distributing cars, so what are you distributing to the youths? Because I must say youth. Yes. I was at a time essay on education to Anthony Sobrekon, who was the immediate past lawmaker in Rivers State House of Assembly. At another time, I was special advisor on employment to late Chief Odiari Prince, so the former chairman of Asaito local government. At a different time, I was a special assistant to Rivers State government on electoral affairs. So I understand politics to an extent. And I would say that whoever suggested the idea of distributing cars to lawmakers didn't just advise well. Advise well in the midst of hunger. You are dashing millions, cars worth millions.
That would take me directly, easily to the second point immediately, because you just emphasized on it, and it caught my attention because it's such a gift necessary at this point of Nigeria's economy. That's the view. Is it that necessary?
It is, like I said earlier, it is not necessary. We're talking of fuel hike in price. We can fuel from I think 180 or so is going to 630 as of today. You know, 21st of October 2023.
Yes.
The current price of PMS, locally called fuel petrol,
yes,
is 630 naira. How can the common man feed? How households are going through untold hardship? Okay, and here we are having authorities in the system celebrating. So it calls for an active conscience.
An active conscience
in dealing with public affairs.
So in your own words, how would you elaborate the aspect of an active conscience?
First of all, I would say that assuming I was in government, or assuming I'm a lawmaker,
okay,
I will ask myself, this gift I want to receive from maybe the executive or wherever it's coming from, how would my constituent take it? How well are my constituents faring in their local domain? Because this is a critical thing that people should, if you're able to ask yourself the right questions, you'll find the right answers. And that's how to activate the right conscience. Maybe people don't ask the right questions, and so they don't care. Whatever gift, house gift, car gift, aeroplane gift, it is welcomed. There are some gifts that people with good conscience will say, this is not the best time for this kind of gift.
Not the best time.
Not the best time. It's not a crime to, people dash people, even companies. It's not a crime to give somebody a car gift or a house gift. But at what time? The timing matters.
Very well.
When your constituents, majority of Nigerians, cannot feed. And you're saying that, oh, I'm receiving. I'm not talking of the giver. Because it all has to do with the receiver. So, assuming I brought a gift and the receiver said, no, sir, thank you for this gift, but I feel that it is not appropriate at this particular time, I think it will sink to the giver that there's an error somewhere.
That means, do you want to say it doesn't benefit the common man at any point in time?
As we speak, such gifts only appeal to self-gratification.
Self-gratification.
It does not directly have any positive bearing or any positive impact. And then if I'm driving a car, 200 million naira is for my own image and ego.
So if we want to express the aspect of the hope for the common man, how would you have suggested that the lawmakers, you know, or maybe the gift be transferable in a way to benefit the common man? What would have been your suggestion?
What I would have simply suggested is, look, these hundreds of car gifts, we throw into, I think, 1 billion or so. This thing can be, you can divert it to a scheme.
A scheme?
A scheme, you can use it as probably a grant to assist youths. We have majority of youths in the tertiary institution, that some of them are almost dropping out because they lack funds.
Almost
dropping out. And even the ones that are still there, it's not easy. So these things can please, the lawmakers could have advised themselves better. I said, look, we don't need, thank you from wherever the source is coming from, but let us take this, put in a grants fund, and let us touch lives first.
Touch lives first.
Nigerian lives first. So that would have been my very honest suggestions. And not to say bring. They have cars. They have luxuries of cars. Cars are not the problem of Nigerian lawmaker. Starting from the local to the state to the federal lawmaker, car is not their problem. Please. So
if we want to continue, where or what do you think is the source of this whole gratification of 160 million naira worth of cars being allocated to lawmakers? Who advised this? to you?
Well, let me use a very immediate instance.
Okay.
When I was working, that was in 2018, when I was working with the then chairman of Asaito local government area in Rivers State as advisor on employment. Because of the close relationship we had, I could even advise him on health. So advice could come from any angle. It could even come from somebody who is not even in the system. People listen to people that they consider helpful.
Not even in the system.
It could. Advice come from different directions. It could also be that it was given amongst those that are in the system, the political system.
Okay.
But the question is, to what extent, to what benefit is this suggestion? I don't want to speculate. I don't like speculation. I don't want to say, oh, it's from the presidency. I do not have concrete facts. So I'm not alleging anything. I don't want to suggest, oh, it's from social ministry. No, I don't want to allege. But I'm saying that being an upcoming politician in Rivers State, I'm saying that such advice could have come from anywhere. It could have even come from the very highest authority figure, the president himself. That's all. Let me do this to make the lawmakers happy. People think. But the question is, how well is this suggestion? How does it go down with the Nigerian public?
How does it go down with the Nigerian public? Well, finally, it's been a good atmosphere so far, and we want your advice as an upcoming politician. Just like you said, it's paramount for us to see your view, your own advice to the happenings around. So what would you advise the general public or the people behind this?
That's the people behind the cars.
Yes.
Well, I will say that people should think outside of the box. Don't always do things just because you can. Just because you can be able to touch certain funds and certain sites, you distribute and disburse the way you... No. Okay. There is a life after political office. And this life is going to be spent with the people whom you rule. So people should have living conscience. It is not a bad thing to give a car gift, but at what expense? So it is a call for a living conscience. People should do what is, not to say that tomorrow, oh, I didn't know, I wasn't told. You have been advised from the local level to the state level to the presidential level. Please, let's do things with human face, with good conscience, and with the fear of God. Okay, and for Nigerians, this is a period of transition. You know, if you're someone that used the train, there's a place where it's torn, I don't know what it's called, you will see a whole lot of darkness. But that darkness is not permanent. It's for a while. Before you know, you get to a bright side. So all of this trouble will come and pass. It's a phase. So be encouraged.
And so you have heard it from our guest. He has advised that you should be of good conscience wherever you are, anywhere you are. And thank you for joining us on the show today. It has been an amazing time, and I want to believe you had a good time with us. So join us every time. Stay tuned with us on all of our social media platforms. Do have a wonderful day.